Okay.
That door's closed up there?
Yes.
Speedy?
So we'll start with just having you say your name so that they have it on camera.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Hello, my name is Tom Holland.
Very good. How did you first hear about The Impossible?
Well, when The Impossible came around, I was actually playing Billy Elliot in the West End, and I was getting ready to leave and go back to school, and Bayona, the director, saw a clip of me on YouTube, an interview actually talking about Billy, and came over to London where we met 3 or 4 times, I think, and we got on very well. We had a great connection, and it sort of just progressed from there, really. Then I think 6 or 7 weeks from leaving Billy, I was in Spain filming The Wave. So
Nice. Now, did you guys film The Wave before you went to Thailand, or did you film that after? Okay.
The first thing that we did, we had a few meetings in New York, where it was like sort of just bonding sessions, and then we had 2 weeks rehearsals in Spain, and then 6 weeks in Spain, and then 5 months later on in Thailand.
Right. How was that shooting The Wave in Spain? I mean, it was you and Naomi, I'm assuming, doing most of that. What was that process like for you guys?
It was great. It was difficult, like was extremely tough, like physically, but it was one of those things where the acting wasn't really required, because at times I was genuinely scared because of the surroundings and things like that. So it was a great experience to be able to use your surroundings to influence your performance. And also, I was 13 at the time, and I got to learn how to scuba dive and get thrown around a swimming pool for 6 weeks. So there was also a great fun side to it.
Have you met the real, like, I know we've talked a lot with Naomi and Maria about kind of how they've worked together. Did you meet the real Lucas before you started shooting?
Yeah, Lucas is a remarkable boy. I met him before the shoot and throughout the shoot, and he's such an amazing boy, because what I can't imagine is the fact that he was in a swimming pool with his brothers and his dad, and suddenly his world has just been torn apart. His brothers, and he's lost his family, apart from his mum, and he becomes the dad of the family, which I think is great. And he was never reluctant to give me his insight on the story throughout the shoot. So it was a real privilege to have him on set.
Mm-hmm. Looking at Maria as his mom, like, I know there's definitely, you can tell she's a very strong presence and a very strong mother. She's talked a little bit about some of those scenes where she kind of sent Lucas out to help people.
Yeah.
You know, can you talk about that a little bit? Like, why that was so important to Lucas in this moment?
Mm-hmm. I think the idea of this film is proving humanity, really, and the Lucas going out to help people was showing that everyone gets this impression that it was manic and no one would help each other because they wanted just to save themselves. But the tsunami brought a lot of people together, which this is emphasizing. And it shows that Lucas goes around helping, even though he is reluctant, he doesn't want to leave his mother's side. But Maria sees that he's able to help these people, so she thinks nothing better than for him to go and help.
Do you feel there's a certain responsibility to telling a true story, not only to this family that where you're playing an actual person that you've met, but also to the community where this happened? Like, is there...
Yeah, there is definitely a responsibility, because obviously there were thousands of people that died, and we basically want to make a film that was as truthful and as respectful to those people. And the Bellon story is incredible. I mean, I've never heard a story like it. And we didn't want to create a big sort of typical blockbuster. We wanted to create a true story that affects everyone, really. It's not a film that you would see normally, and it's great.
As an actor, what did you find your biggest challenge was in this? Was it the technical? Was it the emotional? Like, how did you balance the two of those?
I think for me, the technical side with The Wave wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. The scene for me that was most difficult was when I find my mum after she's gone missing, because it was a night shoot. It was the first night shoot I'd ever done, and it was because I got so close to Naomi. I didn't want to be angry at her. The way we played it was that Lucas was angry at Mum, and the first couple of takes I was really uneasy, and then we slowly got into it. So that for me was the hardest challenge throughout the whole shoot.